who are part of the panel, and all the change makers, the caregivers, the teachers, all the women who are working in their capacity, trying to balance their personal and professional lives, or either of it, so well, that it's incredible to see the amazing amount of strength and resilience that women bring forward to the plate. As we talk about women empowerment, I think it is very critical for us to also understand that women, no matter how much progress or liberal we as a country are, or other countries across the world are, but there is discrimination or inequality that is present, towards the gender, that is for girls and women. I started Evolution, that Enga mentioned, a social organization which is working for youth and professionals empowerment since the past 10 years in 2013. And since then, as a woman leader, there are massive challenges that I have to face each day. Every day is a new challenge. Every day, I have to face something which I have not faced before. But, the key is to be consistent in your efforts, to always believe that what you are doing, what aims you have, for yourself, for your organization, and for the community as a whole, they will bear fruits. So all the hard work, the dedication, the commitment that we put into the work that we do each day, it is all served when we hear successes from the community, that due to this course that they attended with us, or due to this workshop that a teacher or a student or a professional did with Evolution, they are able to progress in their professional lives. They are able to secure scholarships. They're able to go on exchanges to other countries around the world. So that is when we get the satisfaction that what we are doing is somewhat right, and this is what gives us strength to continue doing what we do each day. So a little more introduction of what we do at Evolution is, it's a women-led organization. So yeah, we are celebrating our women empowerment today even more. So Evolution is a women-led organization which is working since the past 10 years to empower youth, especially women and girls across Pakistan. In the last 10 years, I think we have empowered more than, let's say, if I can be on a lower side so that I don't over, mention here, I think about 10,000 girls and women educationalists to gain skills which are needed in today's 21st century. When we talk about 21st century, it's about AI, it's about computer literacy, it's about financial literacy, which is very important for every woman, even if they are not working, they are caregivers, they're homemakers. I think financial literacy is something that all women must learn in their lives. So that is what we do at Evolution. So in the past few years, like I mentioned, we have worked in all regions of Pakistan, starting from Azad Jammu and Kashmir to Gilgit-Baltistan to Punjab, to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Balochistan, and Sindh. So we have a very strong alumni network, and I can see Shazia Nazar here with me as a panelist, who is part of our very strong alumni network from Balochistan. Good to see you, Shazia. Today live during our meeting and this Facebook Live. So we have actually developed this strong network across the country of change agents. And we can see all these alumni who are working in their capacity to uplift the community as a whole in Pakistan. These leaders, these change makers belong to the public sector, to the private sector, to the NGO sector, the civil society. So that is where we try to do the intervention that, all the aspects of our society needs training and development, and we try to play a role in that. We are pleased to state that in the last 10 years, we have empowered, like I said, 10,000 plus females and girls to get quality education through the funding of the US Department of State, summing up to $4.5 million. And Alhamdulillah, we have three more projects in line. Open program is something that we are doing for the next 3 years for the US Department of State. English Access Scholarship Program is also in line, and that's going to be launched in May. That will reach out to more than 500 students in Sindh, giving them an opportunity to upskill their English language skills, develop employability skills, and be ready for the competent job market. So coming back to our celebration and the amount of happiness it gives me when I'm among the women, just like today, is just incredible. I think the strongest support that we have is of each other, um, standing with each other, uplifting each other when we are in crisis is the strongest, strength that we as a woman have, not only locally, but globally as well. So all the young girls who are watching this Facebook Live or the recorded session, just a few tips for you to excel in your life. What I've learned through my experience, when I started my entrepreneurship journey, I was 26, I think 25 and 26. So with these years of experience, what I've learned is empower others. Keep on working for empowerment. Do not believe in politics. Do not believe or have that culture in your organization of pulling others down, rather lifting everyone up so that you are also simultaneously or in a parallel world, you're also lifting yourself up. And the amount of satisfaction that you get by lifting others is something that is priceless, and I think nobody can give you that amount of satisfaction, or nothing can give you that amount of satisfaction than when you see others being empowered through the programs that you run. So all the inspiring entrepreneurs, girls, women leaders, my only advice or my only suggestion would be to keep on working in collaboration. The more we collaborate with each other, just like Anga is an excellent example of how she is trying to lift the Pakistani society and connect it with the United States English language teachers, and bringing us together on a platform. So it's all about collaboration, networking, and fixing each other's crown, so that we all feel proud of each other and we all lift each other up. Before I could finish my talk, I will just list down a few of the portals or the platforms that are available to you when you are growing in your profession, or you may need in your professional or even personal lives. These days, it's the world of social media. And when we have pros of social media, there are cons as well. There are cyberbullying, there is cyber harassment, which is going on. So in Pakistan, there's a toll-free helpline run by Digital Rights Foundation. That is 0800 39393. That is a toll-free helpline. So if, for example, you face harassment, cyber harassment or cyberbullying through your chat boxes, through WhatsApp, through Facebook, through any online portal, you can report it free on this helpline. And I have used it, and it is very legit, and they do revert back to you with their findings, and they do help you come out of that situation. Another thing that we really need to talk about is mental wellness and mental health. We as women or girls, we are multitaskers. So when we multitask, of course, our mind is utilized to the full capacity. So it needs to be nurtured in the way it wants to, so that we can keep on performing well. So Taskeen is an organization which is working in Pakistan to support mental well-being of people who are facing crisis. They also have a free helpline, and they also have an AI chat model where you can just chat to an AI and pour out what's going on, what's going on within you. so that they can help you come out of that situation. So you can Google the scheme, and they also have a toll-free number where you can seek assistance. Then for legal assistance, there's a free toll-free number at Legal Aid Society. So you can Google that. Legal Aid Society is working to support legal aid across Pakistan. So if you need legal assistance, I hope, God forbid, you don't need it, but just in case you are in a situation and you need free consultancy, you can always look for Legal Aid Society in Pakistan and call their free advice helpline, where they can help you, connect to professionals who can help you legally in your case. Apart from that, as I said, financial literacy is super important for women across. So Coursera, Udemy are some of the platforms where you can also get free of cost financial literacy courses. So do look out for them. Learn financial literacy, even if you are a homemaker and a caregiver, because that is something that you do at home as well. You manage your finances, to run your household. So I think that is something that all women should learn, and that is how we can empower Pakistan and achieve the goals that we wish to achieve in the next few years. So thank you so much, Anga, for inviting me over. And I'm very much looking forward to hearing all the other wonderful panelists and learning from all the experience that you have in women empowerment.
Thank you so much, Sidra. What a wonderful, wonderful presentation that you had. And really and truly, Sidra is an inspiration for all of us as female leaders, as educators, starting at the age of 25 as an entrepreneur and successfully following her passion and just moving step by step to the point where now she has impacted the lives of over 10,000 girls and women in Pakistan through education. So thank you so much, Sidra, for being here today. Thank you for all of your work and your words of wisdom. Again, empower others, as Sidra says, collaborate, lift each other up. Let's stand together as women. Please do follow Evolution, which is Sidra's company, on Facebook, on Instagram. You can follow some of her trainings to see what she's offering in the field of education to help raise the standards among women in Pakistan. So thank you again so much, Sidra, for a wonderful, wonderful presentation. So I look forward now to introducing our next speaker, who is Miss Nadia Jaffrey. So Nadia Jaffrey is an educationalist in Pakistan with 20 years of experience in teaching, training, curriculum development, management, as well as school consultancy. So Nadia has conducted many, many motivational speeches on general and pedagogical skills, and her goal is to empower educational leadership to bring positive change to society. She's received the Best Woman Award by All Pakistan Youth Empowerment Society on the basis of being the first Pakistani female teacher trainer with a maximum number of videos on YouTube. She's a master trainer for the Association of Academic Quality and Punjab Education Foundation, and she's received many recognitions for her work, including an award in designing the curriculum in English for DHA schools. So she's previously conducted teacher training through standalone workshops, and she's currently the head of academics and training volunteer for trainings of teachers for orphanages and the underprivileged at the Serving Forces school system. So without further ado, I turn it over to our next speaker, which is Nadia Jaffrey. So thank you so much, Nadia.
Thank you so much, Eng, and a very happy Women's Day to all of you. And this is an honor to be part of this platform. With this introduction, I humbly will move forward towards how the journey actually begins. I was just 19 and I just got an idea to start working for my own area, and there were certain underprivileged children over there as well. And I was just 19 at that time. I started an academy, and that was for the coaching, kind of a coaching center. And there were many girls who were my students. And I still remember when the mothers used to come and they say that we just want them to be Nadia. And I was unable to understand. Maybe I was very young, too young to get this idea what they're talking about. My grooming was in Lahore, and throughout the way, I belong to a very humble background. Uh, I think when we have challenges in the life, then we become more active, rather proactive, and then we struggle a lot to find the opportunities. And in this way, when if a girl is empowered, she is going to empower more girls. It's naturally, it's like that. And Alhamdulillah, while in the grooming, I must say the role of my father, which was very important throughout. And I was among those who I had no brother, like living in Pakistani society, grooming like, men or like the sun. And I cherished every moment with my father, whether it was in my educational career or in my professional career. So currently, as I'm serving here at, I also want to tell you one thing, and that is the Forces School and College System. I'm serving there as head of academics and trainings. But coming to this level, there's a huge journey, and um, beyond that journey, there is definitely empowering women, empowering the girls. It's just empowering each other. When I started the career, with the passage of time, I have found that being a very good debater, I won all Pakistan debate competition. My father was always with me for all these kind of things. So I was a good debater. So he provided me various platforms where I was able to show my skills, and I proved the skills as well. During the journey, I found that there are many girls who can be polished. And while I was the student of, maybe I think I was in third year, I was doing the bachelor's. And at that time, I started empowering many girls. Like, these were from very far off areas, whether these were FATA, and that is the Waziristan girls. And I still remember that teaching them, and because it was very difficult for them to get education at that time. And then when I became teacher trainer, it was professionally, I was working with DHA, as Engit talk about it. And at that time, um, I think I found that this is all my journey with which I found in my environment, in my country, in all the cities, that how women education, especially the girls' education, and then is the teacher education, which was my key area. I was recognized for that as well. And I tried to serve throughout my 22 years the career. I have worked for the teachers training, especially that is the key area. I found that in for Montessori and for primary, the female teachers are the best source to work. So however, they're not trained. There is no licensing of teaching in Pakistan. Everyone can be teacher. So in this way, when we have less trained teachers, or they are just novice, it's going to be a very problematic situation in the real classroom laboratories, where the children who are the future of Pakistan, and it's in the hand of the teacher, how they actually make the destiny or break that. So the way they're going to teach. So I just started working on it. I've learned a lot. I have actually never left any training. Wherever I found that there's a training going on, I was there to join and learn. There was less pocket money, there was less salaries, I still remember, but I used to invest and I used to go and learn. And what happened that definitely afterwards, when I was conducting training, I was designing myself. I could not find any such kind of training institute where the trainers or the teacher trainers could get some kind of training. So I just designed the programs and start working throughout Pakistan. So my major focus was Punjab, because Punjab is a huge province, and then KP. So I worked in both provinces maximum. And with that, Alhamdulillah, I found the opportunity to work with PEF, with British Council, with Kayat Punjab, and with various orphanages, and there are many institutions. The purpose was, and it was many things, there were many things which was not just for the sake of money, it was not, and it was for the sake of cause. And while working, and then I think what you name it as social activist, we become like that. We become philanthropist with that journey, because when you have passion. And then I found that the girls in Pakistan have a lot of spark, talent, but how to channelize the talent, how they can, learn from the other women. There were certain, gaps. I've also done a research, and that was my MPhil research in educational leadership and management. I've done it for the Waziristan students, and that was for FATA, and how in agencies, how there were certain very tough situations we've gone through in those areas. And there was rehabilitation of the youth, and what the plan was, the government plan was to bring all the young boys from that very, to rehabilitate the boys, and bringing them to the metropolitan cities and giving them good education and all that. While conducting that research, no doubt there were many barriers for the boys' education. However, while I was conducting the interviews of those children who were affected by all these, the tough situations of the war of terror, so whatever you name it, that was a very tough situation in Waziristan and all the FATA. And I had a Pashtun with me, and we have all the research, and it continued till 4 years and 6 months. It was a very, I think we have conducted it like, for all the interviews and all that. So I've come to know that how girls are living there. They're not getting the formal education at that time. They were not getting the proper, you can say, the degrees or the professional skills or anything. The professional skills very far off things. So they were just going to the nearby, madrasa kind of, and they were just getting some religious education, and that's it. But that was the point. I've come to know that these are the gaps. So such kind of researches have helped me to find out more, gaps for the girls' education, and we've started working on those as well. Um, while working in Punjab, I have found that that even the girls from the Shakargarh, or girls from the Gujarat, or girls from, so while teaching them, I still remember in COVID, I started teaching, training, everything that was free of cost. So I was just doing it at maximum girls, maximum females, and they how I can contribute, because I think it was a war. It was like the point was of that survival. Even we were just all towards the supreme power, that we come out of that situation. I was thinking, whatever the skill has, whatever we have, if we can communicate, we can give it to other, we can empower other, Allah is going to help us. So in this situation as well, I found that through the Microsoft Teams, through Zoom, through all these mediums, I just tried to. They still remember from different areas of Punjab how we work from far off, underprivileged areas, how to provide them, Wi-Fi. Even we have worked on that thing as well, and we have trained the girls on even communication skills, writing of the article writing, like then research, how to conduct the research and how to write the articles and all that. So I think, and just a few days back, I want to mention, I just went for the hiring in Shakargarh from the platform of Forces School, and there were few girls for the interview over there, and they have done their BS, and they were doing MPhils, and they were planning for going abroad, and I was I was so happy to find them that they are, mashallah, at this stage that they want now a job for that, and they are planning even to go abroad for higher education. They belong to very humble background, very small, a small village. And I think these are the inspiration for us even. And these are the motivation for us, even those who want to work and those who have the skills and want to inculcate those skills for the Pakistani women. Uh, while working with some of the, I must say, the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and working with the women over there, they're very empowered in Pakistan, alhamdulillah. The image of Pakistan, maybe in the word, is entirely different, but here um, we have all the protection. We have, yes, I know there are certain loopholes, and we need to handle in a different way while looking at the, even I had meetings with the ministers and some of the female ministers, and I used to talk about one very important issue. And while being a mother, I found that while feeding my children, the mother feed I'm talking about, it was very difficult once you are working outside in your offices and somewhere. So there's no place. So we have talked about it a lot, and I was very happy to know that in all the government institutions, especially, we have found the special rooms for that, and the women who are working and they have children and they want to feed them and they want to bring. So we have the nurseries and the toddler care units and all that. These have been started in all the government, but we want definitely in the corporate, in everywhere, so that the women, those who leave their work because of the children, because of we don't have that kind of environment where we can continue with our young children. They are 2 month or 3 month old, and bringing them, or if they don't have anyone to look after, then there ought to be environment accordingly. That is what my perception is, because the women are really very talented in Pakistan, but the barriers are that the moment they're getting married, they think that now it's time for all the in-laws to serve and let's leave our work. Then they have the children, and then another child, another the birth of the children, and then again they leave their work. And it's not necessarily important to leave the work. That's what I'm just trying to convince the girls on, that you can carry on. I also did the same way. Alhamdulillah, I'm mother of 3 children, and no doubt I'm a referee when you're mother of three, so you're referee. And I'm all the time trying to tell them that there is no nowadays the girls are even saying that it's not to get important to get married. No, it is good to get married. It's good to have children. It's good to have families. So go ahead and just enjoy the every flavor of life. And just being mother is a beautiful feeling. Being wife is a beautiful feeling. Being daughter-in-law, and getting the protocols and everything. So that's also personal life. Balancing both is impossible, yes, this I agree, but I think that this can be managed if we have good mentor, the women mentor, who are going to lead and going to help the girls in this way. And I'm really grateful that you have given me this platform to talk about some of my experiences regarding the girls' education and women empowerment in Pakistan. Thank you, Eng.
Thank you so much, Nadia, for sharing so much inspiration to all of us. And as I'm looking and seeing your call for all of us as girls and women to be more proactive, and that through empowering ourselves, we actually will be empowering others. So chase your dreams. There's a lot of talented women in Pakistan, a lot of talented girls in Pakistan, as you mentioned. So follow your dreams and be proactive. So thank you so much, Nadia, for everything that you are doing, all of your work in female education and empowerment. And thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us today. So I'm very excited to introduce to you our next speaker, Miss Shazia Nazar. And Shazia comes from a remote province of Pakistan called Baluchistan. And Shazia has 7 years of teaching experience, and she has served as the government college elementary education at school in Quetta. and she's had experience serving as a teacher trainer with many different organizations. So one of her volunteer efforts actually is serving as the Director of Women's Empowerment here at Paten. And I'm so excited that Shazia is playing such a key role here in our organization. Shazia is a TEA alumni from 2019, where she visited and studied here in the United States at Virginia Tech University. And she's also completed the GOC on teaching methodologies. So along with these, she has developed and facilitated many online courses, one titled Integration of Technology in ESL Classrooms. And Shazia has a very, very dynamic teaching approach that she really focuses on including culture and modern teaching techniques to let all of her students excel in social, academic, professional, cultural, and ethical grounds. She's an extremely strong advocate on gender mainstreaming in education, and she's delivered workshops to spread awareness on this topic. So without further ado, I introduce to you our next speaker, Miss Shazia Nazar. Thank you so much, Shazia.
Thank you so much, Inga. Hello, everyone. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, so we are going to turn on your video so that we
Yes,
can see you.
So meanwhile, I will share my presentation for today's workshop.
Yes.
So, first of all, happy Women's Day to all the wonderful women globally for their continuous effort throughout on daily basis. So my today's topic is mainly about my recent interest area and my works, particularly in Balochistan. So I will be sharing my interest area, which is known as gender mainstreaming in education to empower women in Balochistan. So fostering harmony and development. Let me start with the presentation. So, since I'm living in Balochistan, so it is very important to share the demographic and geographic location of Balochistan. Balochistan being the largest province of Pakistan, we all know that it is facing different demographic and geographic challenges in promoting girls' education. Meanwhile, we also know that since Balochistan is sharing its border with Iran and Afghanistan, and within Pakistan, it shares with its border with Sindh, Punjab, KP, and Fatah. But however, we can see that Balochistan accounts for nearly 44% of Pakistan's total land area, which means that it is the largest province in Pakistan. However, it is the home to only 6% of its total population, which is about 12.34 million, around 13 million population in total. And the total population of male is about 52.5%, which is far greater than that of female, which is 47%. On contrary, we can see that female literacy rate is around 32%, quite low to the male literacy rate, which is 58%. So here we can see that the demographic profile, we can see that the patriarchal norms and the traditional cultural traditions are prevailing, which is not allowing women in Balochistan to have access to quality education and to have participation in decision-making power, in decision-making areas. So here we can see that only 10% of women in Balochistan have the privilege to participate particularly in decision making. And on contrary, we have 49% of female in Balochistan who have experienced physical violence since age 15. So which is quite alarming as well. Here in our next slide, we can see the schools allocated for girls and boys. So if we have a look at the total schools, we have 14,979 schools in Balochistan, and there are only 4,238 schools allocated for girls and 10,055 schools for boys. So the figure is in itself self-explanatory that the discrimination does exist, but our recent efforts by the government of Balochistan will definitely bring a lot of changes. And on the other hand, we also have the results which shows that girls are equally competent. They are equally talented when we talk about the results. So when we talk about gender mainstreaming, which is my recent work area, and I'm working with government of Balochistan to empower women through gender mainstreaming in education. So by gender mainstreaming, I mean that gender mainstreaming actually involves the gender perspective in educational policies, planning, practices, and implementation. By gender mainstreaming, it ensures that all the educational policies, programs, and the practices are inclusive and equitable, like promoting girls' education and women empowerment within Balochistan. Like we can see that like Balochistan government is supporting different programs, training programs, and different other programs in order to train teachers about gender-sensitive curriculum, gender-sensitive pedagogy, gender-sensitive assessment, and to make the classroom more feasible for female to have access to the schools and empower themselves through education. So there are different constitutional articles in our constitution, and there are different goals in order to bring gender mainstreaming and to cope with the gender stereotypes. And collectively, these articles and SDG goal 4 and 5 are particularly making it possible by ensuring that inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. So we can see that government of Balochistan is working and quite serious about gender mainstreaming in order to empower women. So here we are, we have different, like government of Balochistan have different strategies to ensure gender mainstreaming through teachers training by initiating different training programs like CPD, continuous professional program, and by empowering our young teachers about the gender-sensitive curriculum, pedagogy, assessment, and other areas to make it easy and understandable among the female among teachers in order to promote girls' education and to empower them. So on the other point is community engagement. Like we have different NGO sections, we have civil society who are in continuously coordinating with our local community in order to provide safe environment to our girls in a school. Third, we have infrastructure development, which is like building more and more schools for girls, and to focus mainly on the gender-sensitive facilities, including the provision of a separate toilet for girls in our remote areas. And next, we have implementation of a gender-sensitive curriculum and teaching material to ensure gender mainstreaming in education. For the next point is financial incentive and addressing security concern issues. These both points will surely benefit us on a longer term. So there are other like many challenges while we talk about women empowerment in Balochistan, which include culture barrier, economic constraints, security constraint, infrastructure deficiencies. Expectations from women are quite low. Like they are considered as dependent, they are considered as an emotional being, they are considered as a marginalized section of the society and uneducated. So by giving them education, we can well equip them and we can bring economic empowerment in our society. We can enhance decision-making power, ability of women in our society. We can improve health outcomes and we can break the cycle of poverty, ability to wear multiple hats and wipe out gender gap within our society. So in the end, I would like to share my success story, which is mainly about that how a girl can work and survive and be a role model for numerous girls. So despite hailing from a remote area of Balochistan, specifically from district Pishin, I was raised in a very conservative society and surrounded by a very skeptic community. So, but with the support of my family and my father's aspiration for an educated daughter, I completed my MPhil in English. This achievement not only marked my personal victory, but also served as a beacon of inspiration for the countless young girls within my community. So if elevating my aspiration further, I see the opportunity to broaden my horizon by visiting Virginia Tech University in United States, where I developed my my professional skills and I worked on my professional skills. So here I also have worked with different organizations, including UNICEF, in UNHCR, and Paten, Pohan, to include and inspire female education on a different platforms. So my endeavors are countless, including provision of teaching training to the pre-service teachers and in-service teachers, and organization of a workshops to disseminate information about educational opportunities and workshops, the facilitation of hybrid workshop conferences, workshops aimed at bridging gender gap. Furthermore, I have the ability to advocate for gender parity, raising the voice of the marginalized section of our society in my community, in order to promote female education in my community. Amid the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, I engaged the community of education by designing and implementing an online course, thereby eliminating the path of learning in the face of adversity, which was an amazing experience, and it was a collective effort with my two of my other fellows. My journey, though marked by its shears of obstacle hurdles like a roller coaster ride, but it has been moved forward by an unyielding resolve to never surrender. As I continue my journey, my commitment to advancing female education remaining unwavering and driven by the passionate belief in the right of every girl to access quality education in my community. So that is all about me and my journey. Being from Balochistan, being from the underprivileged area, yet we have thousands other examples to portray here on this day. So thank you so much, Inga, for providing us such a platform to share our stories, and all the participants for being so patient and supporting us. Thank you so much.
What a wonderful presentation, Shazia, and message that you're giving. And I think one of the really important pieces of information that you shared is in terms of expectations, right? So if we work to increase the expectations through education, so many other pieces will improve as well in terms of economic empowerment, decision making, ending the cycles of poverty, health expectations. things along these lines. So as we are looking to empower girls, it's about increasing our expectations of what girls are capable of. And, there's nothing that a girl can't do.
Yes.
So I thank you as well for your presentation, for serving as the Director of Women's Empowerment here at Paten, and also a special thank you that you were here at Virginia Tech, where I was working as well at the time, here in the United States, and that you're taking the skills that you learned at Virginia Tech and you're really working to implement those in your classrooms and with teacher training. So thank you so much, Sazia, and really it's an honor to have you here today. So thank you. So I'm delighted to move on to our next guest as well, who is Raheen Fatima. So Raheen is from Pakistan, and she has a passion for promoting sustainable development goals and peace in the world. So Raheen is at a young age of 16. She's already achieved accolades as a multi-award winning Gen Z peace and climate change activist. She's an SDGs, a Sustainable Development Goals ambassador. She's a stand-up comedian, theater actor, teacher, aspiring sustainability entrepreneur, and a podcaster. So later in life, she was diagnosed with a medical condition, but this didn't stop her. She continued her mission to bring global peace and to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. And she believes that this can be accomplished by bridging the gap through interfaith, intercultural, and international dialogue. Her podcasts and interviews provide a platform for change makers to share their stories and experiences, to inspire others to take action, and to make a positive impact. So Raheen has a startup, a social startup that's called Passion Fruit Technologies, which is an all-girls IT agency, and it's currently establishing a girls empowerment platform. So without further ado, I will turn it over to Raheen.
Can you hear me? Yes, I believe that you can. Yeah, I was just making sure that everything is in place. So thank you so much, Inga, for the great introduction. Because every time I listen to anyone that is introducing me, I feel so incredibly proud of how far that I've come, because of a lot of you guys like Habiba and Takwa and Inga, they've known me since I was like 12, 13 years old. And they've seen my journey as, a young girl that was having her own podcast and doing different things on Facebook. And I think that basically signifies the support that I've actually always had of women around me. So you guys already know me, and thanks to the great introduction from Inga. So today we're talking about education, and I'm so glad to be here because I've been able to hear a lot of different women talk about their experience with Pakistani education, how to empower young girls, and being part of this beautiful community on social media with people that are from Pakistan and people that are not from Pakistan. But they're helping in educating women and making sure that these young girls are equipped with the right skills so that they can be financially independent. It's really inspiring to see that. And the fact that we've been utilizing social media to do that is even more heartwarming. I feel like education is something that's always been like really incredibly important to me. And that is because I decided to take my education in my own hands, and I opted for a very unique pathway. And I'm a very proud learner at the Socratic Experience. It's a school that's based in America, but it's an online high school. So we have people from all around the world. And I feel like with that thing, I've been able to pay a lot more attention to everything that's happening around me. And that's given me a chance to work on my own organization as well. But before I do, let's start from the beginning. I come from a family where my grandparents were immigrants, and they migrated from, you know, their villages to the capital, which is Islamabad here in Pakistan. And they were able to work very hard, and that was just to educate their own children, because they hadn't gone to school and they didn't have the opportunity or the resources, but they made sure that their children did. Therefore, I'm proud to say that my aunts, both on my dad's side and on my mom's side, were the first people to go to college. And that also makes me, you know, nervous and anxious at times, because I have a great, you know, sort of sense of responsibility on my shoulders, that I have to make sure that I'm also climbing up that ladder, because, you know, they were the first to go to school, the first to go to high school, the first to go to college, that too the best ones in the country. And so it only makes sense that I am, you know, succeeding in my life in however way I want, and I'm making them proud, and making sure that the efforts that they've put in for so many decades at this point is paying off. Recently, I've acquired a new interest, and I've been researching vigorously about it, and that is basically women empowerment, and the way that the role of women in Pakistan in all levels, whether that be, you know, at a government level, or that be at a level where, you know, they're working as farmers, how that has changed through Pakistani history. And like I mentioned, my education, that's given me a really good chance to explore that. And I basically invented a very interesting subject of my own, because you have to take a history course. And I wanted to learn about Pakistani history, because I'm from Pakistan and I want to know where I come from, and I want to be able to really immerse myself into that culture. And even though I'm going to an American high school, you know, I want to make sure that I'm keeping that part of me alive and really healthy, and making sure that I'm researching well. And so I wanted to talk about Pakistani women and culture. So I opted for, you know, this subject, or this field of researching Pakistani women's roles throughout the cultural evolution of Pakistan. And the first woman that I really focused on was Benazir Bhutto. And I, you know, we talked a lot about her. And since I'm self-studying for it, I got to read a book, and I've been able to research a lot about it. And in every single part, in every single paper and essay and theme that I've explored, I've seen one thing, and that is the power of education for Pakistani women. And how, if we've gone down in history, that is because of education. If we've gone up in history, that is because of education. And because I coming from this family, I see the impact that that's made for myself. You know, my grandma used to help out in the fields, and then she got married, and she moved, and she made sure that her daughters, you know, they don't have to really ask anyone for money, that they're financially independent. And she made sure that they were studying very hard, and she was really strict about it. And then with my dad being, you know, an air traffic controller, and my mom being, you know, an educated housewife, they wanted me to be the most truest self that I am, and to be financially independent, not really being like, hey, you have to be this, and strict in a way that they are controlling, but strict in a way that they are they're making sure that I am using my full potential, and that I'm utilizing the resources and the opportunities that I have. And I think it's because of them that I have been able to be part of this community like this from a very young age, from going to different events. That's because they had educated me and supported me in a way that I was able to do so. And with all these things that were happening, my health as well, the research that I'm still doing for my subject in school, I wanted to start an organization, and I've always wanted to do so, something of my own, where I'm helping someone and where I'm empowering someone. And the sort of statement, the mission statement that I've had since I started my career was that I wanna empower people around me. And that was really vague, because it was, I want to empower everyone around me, careless of their race, religion, caste, or creed. And yes, I do. I want to be as kind and as helpful to everyone that is around me, But in order, and I realized that through the great mentorship that I got with people from the Pakistani, Pakistani community, international community, just everywhere around the world, I've been able to meet great people, great women that have helped me, that have supported me, and they've acted as, mother figures or, big sisters, so that they've guided me, not just the career search standpoint, they've also guided me, like, my personal ups and downs. And I think I'm really, really grateful for that. But coming back, so I wanted to sort of specify the people that I want to help, because I can't really help everyone around me. I can through being kind, but I wanted to focus on a certain group of people. And as time passed, I've been, able to attend so many events and be part of so many communities and meet so many people. I realized the people that need the most help from me, people like me and with the expertise that I hold, are the young girls of Pakistan. Because the young girls of Pakistan, here, there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of room for learning. There's a lot of great people, but you don't really know how to start and where to start. And that can be a big challenge, because the men, typically in our society, they can go out for mentoring, they can go out to different events, they can go out to summits and, attend these great events. But whenever I go to them, I see that there's not as many young girls around. And I'd always question people that were the organizers, why don't I see as many girls? And that is because, it's our cultural sort of limitation that lots of young girls are not, typically allowed outside of the house without male guardian, which I would say this makes sense in certain scenarios. But I wanted for them to be able to earn on their own, to be financially independent, and to be empowered. And when I say empowered, that is that they know that they have resources, that they have opportunities, and they can make use of them. So I decided to find this great organization of mine that is called Elevate Her. And that is basically designed to empower women, that is to train them, to equip them with the right skills, and to mentor them. Basically create a safe space for them where they're able to be themselves, where they are able to learn different things about the world, where they're able to explore different things that are around them, that are throughout the world, and also to expose themselves to different things, to be able to expose themselves to different ideas, to be open to different cultures and religions and nationalities, and think beyond the borders that we have as a society set for ourselves, and to think as an individual in this great wild world with so many things happening and great things that are being done by women around the world. And for them to actually take action and to implement these goals that they have for themselves to get to the point that they most definitely want to be at. And to anyone that is listening, that is a young girl, you are always welcome at Elevate Her. And we are making sure that we are starting with a great start and having as many girls as possible in different programs and different webinars and everything. So if you're watching and you're a woman and you want to help these girls, you can reach out to me personally. We can enroll you as a mentor. And if you're a young girl, we would be more than delighted to have you on. Elevate Her does have its own Facebook page. And if you do not get a reply, you can just text me directly through Facebook. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak here today. It was more than wonderful. Thank you so much, Inga, and to everyone else.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Raheen. It was a very, very inspirational presentation. It's so nice to see you again after so many years as well. And I just want to let you know that the feelings that you have when you're saying, that you have feelings of responsibility to be able to live up to what the women in your life have paved, there before you. Just know we all were there as well, and we all had those same feelings of anxiety and, are we doing this right or not? And we still do in many ways. Most of us do. It's pioneers. So we are all here next to you, supporting you, encouraging you, and it doesn't matter if you make mistakes along the way, you just keep going and keep trying, and you're going to do it. So I encourage everyone to please, follow Raheen, look up her organization called Elevate Her. You can join her organization for girls empowerment in Pakistan. And she is an extremely, extremely influential young girl here in Pakistan and around the world. So thank you so much, Raheen, and good luck to you. Okay. Thank you so much. So now we're going to be moving on to, we have a couple of speakers left. And our next speaker is Miss Taqwa Ahmad. And she is a social activist. She's a peace promoter, a motivational speaker, and she comes from a small village in Pakistan. So she volunteers at many different organizations as their ambassador, and she promotes peace and positivity by delivering lectures and speeches. So although Taqwa was born with several medical conditions, it does not stand in her way of being an extraordinary student at school. And she's been promoting peace as a change maker since 2012. She has received many awards, certifications, many achievements, some of which are the Shield of Honor from the Commonwealth Youth Seminar, which is a nomination for the Children's Peace Prize Award, which is a youth assembly for human rights certification. She takes part in many, many Facebook Live events to bring people together globally while promoting world peace. So Taqwa's mission is to have peace and positivity connect the world with equal rights for special persons, for women, girls, animals, and for those struggling with inclusive education in Pakistan. So I welcome Taqwa here to our session. I'm going to be turning on her video and turning it over to Taqwa. Okay, I think that for just a second, we're going to end up coming back over to Taqwa. We're going to see we might have a couple of technical issues. So we're going to move on to our next speaker, which is Habiba Javed. And Habiba is 20 years old, and she is currently pursuing her BS in English from the renowned university SMIU. And she's completed her matric. She devotes her time teaching web design to young generations of Pakistan, and she's also an international interviewer on YouTube. So when Habiba was in the 6th grade, she started to learn certified mobile application development, which is a programming course offered by APMFIT. So along with this, she's experienced HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Docker, Bootstrapped, and she's learned blockchain from Axion. At the age of 14, she became the youngest international CBBF developer. She organized the first and second PIAIC exam on a large scale and was recognized by Dr. Khan. Recently, she raised the Pakistani flag in a London event, which was a platform for women's empowerment. She's currently an intern at Mindset News, and she's a volunteer here with us in Paten. So I'm going to welcome Habiba Javed, and after Habiba, we will come back over to Taqwa so that we're sure that we get everyone on board. So welcome to Habiba.
Assalamu alaikum. Happy Women's Day. First of all, I would like to say a big thanks to Inga Urbantes and all the women who are there to attend our live event show on Facebook for the women empowerment for the Women's Day. Happy Women's Day to all over the world who are watching me. I would like to say that current state of female education in Pakistan, low literacy rates highlight the existing challenges such as low female literacy rates in Pakistan due to cultural, socio-economic, and institutional barriers, limited access to quality education for many girls, particularly in rural areas, and the impact it has on their educational journey. So basically, the current state of female education in Pakistan is not that much improved as we are considering. So we are working on it by the initiative started by Inga Urbansis in Paten. In that, we are connected to all over the Pakistani teachers and American teachers for their renowned work, and we will share this connection with all the students, and we are preparing our teachers in a very best way. The personal impact of female education empowerment through knowledge emphasize new access to education has empowered you with knowledge, critical thinking skills, and the ability to make informed decisions, overcoming social norms, share experiences of challenges, societal norms, and expectations, illustrating how education became a tool for personal growth and breaking through barriers. As we can recognize through it through AI, artificial intelligence, and generative AI. It takes place through the technology, so we can improve our learnings through technology and the professional success. Like how your educational journey in Pakistan has equipped you with the skills and qualifications needed to achieve my personal goals. As if I would discuss, as Inga said in my introduction, that when I was in class 6, I started programming languages because my school motivates me to do so. My school gives me the confidence and the courage and motivation to continue and pursue my education in a very good style, in a very good manner, and to continue the education. And after that, my college gives me the opportunity to pursue it. And also, in the meantime, I started an internship and a contract I signed with the APMFIT committee as a teacher, and I became the instructor and teach the young generation of Pakistan whatever I have learned. So basically, in Women's Day, as our leader said, that no nation can rise to the height of glory until and unless their women are side by side to them. So, in my opinion, in my perspective, education plays a very vital role to recognize a woman and to make it recognizable, and to make her journey more valuable, and to allow her and give her the access to grow in a very quiet way, in a very wonderful manner. Thank you so much, Inga, and once again I would like to say a big thanks to the platform Paten Pakistan American Teaching English Network. We would love to welcome you through our membership. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Habiba, for being here and for all of your amazing work that you're doing as a leader for girls' education, especially in a field where a lot of girls might be underrepresented in the IT field. And you are someone who very much does not shy down for any opportunity, anything that there is to do or to learn. You're always there to step forward and to take charge and responsibility. So you are really an inspiration to so many girls and women around. So thank you for everything that you're doing, and for Paten as well. And thank you for sharing your time with us here today. So we will be going back now to, we have Takwa, I believe, may be back. Let me just check and see. I know we were having a couple of issues. Okay, it's working now. So I had just introduced Takwa. I'm going to go ahead and bring her back online so that she could share her experiences with you. And I'm going to be turning it over to Takwa.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Are you guys listening to me?
Yes, we can hear you just great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. May I start the conversation?
Yes, you can go ahead. You have 10 minutes to share your story.
Yeah, sure. First of all, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. Happy Women's Day to all of the wonderful women sitting here and around the world. My name is Taqwa Ahmed. I'm a peace promoter and a motivational speaker. My wish and desire is to have peace, love, and humanity around me. I'm humanitarian. There is a lot of difference between human being and being a human. Only a few can understand it. I'm always passionate about my work for positive change in the world. My life goal is to attain worldwide peace by empowering individuals, regardless of their socio-economic status, caste, language, religion, or nationality. I'm lucky fortunate that my parents did not take me as a burden or liability, but a responsibility given by Allah. They treated me as a special person, not because of my physical deficiency, but because of many gifts and talents that Allah Almighty has given me. I'm thankful to Allah for giving me such a loving and caring parents. I'm a special person. Allah made me special. So I want to do something special in my life for my country, for special people, and for all those who are forgotten. I don't pray to get things easy. I pray for the strength to deal with any challenge that comes in my way. My sickness is a very big challenge for me and as well as for my parents. But we have learned to live with this challenge. This is the source of our true happiness. In this world, which is full of problems and challenges, we need to learn the art of taking challenges positively as opportunities of life. So, it's better to let go and look forward into the future instead of past. Life is too short to be angry all the time when there is actually happiness, peace, and love around us. Big dreams meet with sacrifices. When I started my educational journey, it was very difficult due to strange looks and discouraging behavior of the people. No one will understand me and respect me and accept my feelings and accept me just as I am. I was very much hurt, but I never give up. I believe that with little guidance, persons with special needs can contribute as much as normal people, if not more. I'm a passionate, creative woman. Age is not considered here. Even I don't have all the answers, but I know my worth. I will not tolerate being around anyone who makes me feel anything less. I'm not what happened to me. I'm what I choose to become. So, within my limited resources, I divert me to serve the humanity. Being a special person, I have faced many problems to achieve my goals and my dreams. And I'm still facing them. So, how education in Pakistan is helping me to achieve my goals or dreams? No. Actually, for me and girls like me, having questioned that how persons with special needs or girls with special needs can get education to fulfill their dreams and goals. We are suffering with many issues and challenges like limited accessibility, social stigma, inadequate support system, transportation barrier, unfriendly infrastructure, gaps of inclusive curriculum and institutions, bullying and harassment, or violence. Financial barriers, cultural barriers, health-related challenges or issues, lack of role models, awareness and training, limited employment opportunities, educational resources, negative attitude, and stereotypes, uneven discriminations resources. Mostly, families prioritize boys over girls. Here, we need to multifaceted opportunities to support and protection that females needed and deserve. As I know that a woman is the full circle, within her is the power to create, nurture, and transform, and also a woman is both soft and powerful, as well as practical and spiritual. A woman in her essence is a gift to the world. On International Women's Day, I would like to present a poem to all the honorable women who are sitting here and all around the world. Who you are. You're beautiful. You're smart. You're funny. You're kind. You're unique. You are worthy of love and affection. You're never too much. You're always enough. You're precious. You're a diamond, a rose, a pearl, the most stunning of all God's creation. You are worthy more than ever imagined. You're a woman. It's true. No one is like you. Value yourself. You are the only being that has power to create and change the life. Support women, support Pakistan. Pakistan, Zindabad. Stay blessed. Thank you.
Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful presentation, Takwa. Thank you so much. And thank you for everything that you're doing. You are such an inspiration, and you are, as you said, age is not considered. You are a change maker, and you are the difference that we need to see in the world, right? You are the
Thank you so
one
much. Honor is
for all.
mine, and thank you so much for having me and letting me share my experience with all of you, and for those girls who think that they are alone in this society.
Well, you
Thank
keep
you.
your voice going, and
And
all of those challenges.
with,
Yeah,
yeah, with your permission, I have a little bit of health issue right now. It's occurring me. I have a kidney pain started. So, with your permission, can I leave
of
the
course. Yeah.
conversation?
Thank you so much for sharing
Thank
with
you so
us.
much. And thank you so much. It's really nice meeting you all. And stay blessed. Take care. Allah Hafiz, everyone.
We'll be
Thank
in
you.
touch. Thank you, Takwa.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Take
Allah
care of
Hafiz.
yourself. Bye-bye. Wow. So we have quite an amazing panel here today. um, really showcasing the breadth of female women and girl empowerment and successes in Pakistan, and these beautiful, strong voices. And we have one last speaker for today. We have a student by the name of Manahil Remote Job Wali, and she is a young and dynamic professional at only 15 years old. So she's currently pursuing her studies at the Rihan School on the Karangi campus, and she is a skilled interviewer with a knack for bringing out the best stories and insights. She's a graphic designer, and she creates visual stories that captivate and inspire others. She, with her talented video editing skills, she's able to bring content to life with creativity, and she incorporates AI that she can use to make animated videos. So Manahil's mission is to help every graduate, every student in Pakistan to earn a minimum of $500 a month, as she believes that everyone deserves a prosperous future. So I'm going to be turning it over now to Manahil. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm looking forward to your presentation.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum everyone, and a very good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. I am Manahul Jawali. I am on a mission to help every graduate in Pakistan earn minimum $500 per month through remote job. And I'm a podcaster. I have completed 400 interviews. And happy Women's Day to you all. Today I want to talk about a topic that is close to my heart: women's empowerment. As a 15 years old girl living in Karachi, I have seen firsthand the challenges that women face in our society, from unequal access to education and job opportunities to gender-based violence. Women in Pakistan often face barriers, where limit their potential. But despite these challenges, I believe that women have the power to change the world. My own journey is a testament to this belief. I used to attend traditional school where I only thought about myself. I used to attend traditional school, so then I learned about the CSS exam and I made it my goal. But my life took a big turn when my mom and I had decided to take a risk and leave my traditional school to join Rehan School. At Rehan School, Rehan Allahwala educating students based on his real life experience, focusing on becoming global citizens and making a positive impact on 10 million human beings. The Rehan School curriculum includes technology, graphic designing, chat GPT, interview skills, video making, learning via AI. Communication, collaboration, honesty, meditation, language, networking, problem solving, and technology training. One of the way we can empower women is by ensuring that they have access to quality education. Education is a key to unlocking women's full potential and enabling her to pursue her dreams. By investing in girls' education, we are not only empowering them but also building better future for our society. Another important aspect of women empowerment is economic empowerment. When women are economically empowered, they can support themselves and their families, contribute to the economy, and become agents of change in their communities. But women empowerment is not just about women, it's all about of us men. Women and children coming together to create a more equal and just society. It is about challenges, stereotypes, and breaking down barriers that hold women back. So let us please to be champions of women empowerment. Let us support and uplift the women in our life and work together to create a world where every woman and a girl can thrive. So I want to end my talk with the beautiful quote: if you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate the whole family. I want to thank you to my mentor Han Lawala and Ma'am Inga Urbanik and Paten for giving me this platform to share my thoughts and feelings about this topic. On this day, I also want to express my deepest gratitude to my parents, whose support and encouragement have been the foundation of all my achievements. Thank you for listening.
What a wonderful presentation, Manahil. And I'm so, so inspired and proud to hear how well you're doing, everything that you have learned at the Rehan School, and, you know, just your encouragement for girls your age to continue to learn and to follow their dreams. And here you are on another stage that will reach the far ends of the world. And here you are today doing this as a 15-year-old girl. And I'm so, so proud and inspired by you. So thank you so much, Menahil, for being here with us today on this International Women's Day. So here we are, and this will wrap up our session for today. And I wanted to just take a minute to, first of all, thank all of the presenters who were here today. Our goal was really to share a broad picture of female education and female empowerment in Pakistan, and currently what's happening in Pakistan, from remote areas to teacher trainers, to entrepreneurs, to students who are involved in traditionally male areas such as IT, ChatGPT, blockchain. We're looking at women who are inspirational in terms of breaking through barriers in entrepreneurship, in empowering teachers and leaders in very remote areas of Pakistan, such as in Balochistan. We're looking at girls with special needs who are not being limited by challenges that they face, but instead being empowered by those challenges to do what they want to do and what their gifts are in the world. So there's so many of you who were here who shared your stories today. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Also for each of you who was watching us either on Facebook Live, on YouTube, on our Paten page. I do welcome you to join our organization as a member of Paten to continue this conversation and to be able to collaborate among educators to see how we can continue to improve the lives of women and girls in Pakistan. So I will put a link to our free membership in the chat here on our Facebook Live so that you can join us on this journey. And I look forward to continuing the conversation and being a part of female education and women empowerment in Pakistan. So thank you so much to all of you, and I'm wishing you a wonderful, wonderful International Women's Day.